The city woke under a clean sunrise, glass towers turning gold, while traffic moved in neat, glowing lines. Phones lit up in hands, billboards refreshed, satellites traced invisible paths above the clouds, and the world felt held together by a quiet hum no one noticed. Then all at once, the hum vanished. Screens went blank. Messages failed to send. Maps froze. Airports lost their digital boards. Banks locked their doors behind dead systems. Office floors filled with the sharp sound of keyboards tapping uselessly, then stopping. People stared at phones as if by force of will they could bring back a signal that no longer existed. Confused faces reflected in dark monitors. Social feeds held on the same loading circle until it disappeared. City streets grew crowded with people who had nowhere to look except at each other. By noon, the panic had spread farther than the outage. Delivery drivers parked in the middle of intersections. A news studio sat in silence behind cameras that could record nothing. Hospitals switched to paper and runners. In apartments, strangers knocked on neighbors' doors to ask simple questions. Are you okay? Can you reach your family? Do you know what happened? No one did. Without the internet, time changed shape. Some people sat in frustration, as if waiting for permission to live. Others adapted first. A shopkeeper wrote prices on cardboard. A bus driver gave directions from memory. A teenager showed an elderly woman how to use a printed map. In parks, children began playing again because there was nothing else to refresh. On stoops and sidewalks, people started talking face to face, slowly at first, then with growing ease, as if they were remembering a language they had once known. By evening, neighborhoods were sharing food, power, and news. People that had ignored one another for years stood in circles comparing stories, solving small problems together, laughing at how lost they had felt without the invisible network that usually kept them apart. At sunset, the city glowed in orange and violet. Windows were lit by warm lamps instead of blue screens. Streets were alive with movement, not panic. For one brief day, the world had been forced to look up. What if the internet disappeared for just one day?